this is season 12, low paragon, early in season, and I'm going to show you an overpowered build that I saw on Diablo Progress, actually, from a Korean player. It's kind of a hybrid of two things I've seen. So on Diablo Progress, you have a viewer set, and they have In-Geom and Cosmic Strand as the offhand.
Please take me with you.
Everything else is the same. I don't really know their priorities because it's in Korean and I'm not able to read Korean. But I've just basically maxed cooldown reduction, including here, foregoing a socket. I have a different version of Chantodo's Will with socket. Max CDR here, cooldown reduction there as well. It comes out to 60.11 with Golok adding another 15. We'll look at I'll go through these in slow motion later so you can pause. But it's your standard Lightning Archon with Mano Heal, Either Walker Swami Fazulas, Traveler's Pledge Compass Rose combo, and Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac. The gems are my choosing. Bane of Stricken is probably what they're using. And then I know if you go to this person's Battle.net profile, it shows a different build that I guess is the build that they're running now, which is with Chantodo's Will and Chantodo's Force again instead of In-Geom and Cosmic Strand. So it looks like they got rank 1 for Wizard in the world, season 12, with this variation with In-Geom for more cooldown reduction and Cosmic Strand. So let's get into it. Let's do a 66, which you're not really supposed to be able to do with 445 paragons and rank 50-ish gems. Oh, I need a keystone. Okay, well. Okay, so you want your magic weapon and your energy armor, force armor. This is a momentum build, as Archon builds have been, with this Swami Fazula stack game. So what's going to happen is there's a little bit of overlap. It's a period between Archons where ideally you have a lot of stacks to keep you viable and maybe even a little bit dangerous. Cooldown reduction is so low though. You can make it even less with gear and In-Geom, and even you can use Leoric's Crown in the cube, get more cooldown reduction out of your home. See, when you're in Archon mode, you also have slow time on there. Other than that, I'm just holding down right click. Out of Archon,
I'm just warming up.
turn on the diamond skin and channel your arcane torrent. I'll show you the skills later in a second.
Need more time.
problem is if you die. It can be really bad, especially in a greater rift. And if you're in a close quarters, or an open map with a lot of bad mob types and elites. Because you have to get, with no stacks and no Archon, you're extremely vulnerable. So you want to not experience that situation. You can help it. Except when it's unavoidable at the start of the rift or its greater rift. So your main priority with gear is cooldown reduction. And attack speed is incredible with Archon because you don't run out of the resource with attacking. Attacking costs no resource. So it's a direct relationship. Increased damage.
I don't have enough arcane
As you can
power.
see, you don't have convention of elements here. So there's no timing factor really as far as maximizing the effectiveness of your Archon. You just, whenever you can use it, use it.
Not ready yet.
There's an Oculus Wing, as you can see on my follower, as well as S of Johan, and he's got Thunder Fury and Word Ward.
See me now. Still waiting.
You can have even more cooldown reduction again than this.
Need more arcane power. Need more time.
95 stacks means, in this case, pretty safe. Even when out of Archon.
Still waiting. Heal me.
Nope!
Not ready yet.
I almost died. Of course, it's unstable anomaly paralysis and all your standard, and then the other standard Archon build stuff. I like Zay's over Stricken because I've played a lot of multi-shot in my life, and
Need more time.
I'm used to Zay's.
I don't have enough arcane power. Still waiting. Not ready yet. I need arcane power.
So that's not so bad, right?
I am returning to town.
So let's look at these skills here. Static Discharge, Conduit, Teleport. Archon, the rune doesn't matter because you have a 6-piece Vera set. Diamond Skin, Prism. You could do Enduring Skin, I think, but it's basically you just don't want to die while you're between Archons. Teleport, Calamity, Energy Armor, Force Armor. This has to do with survivability. And it's kind of a cheap death there. Evocation, Audacity, Unstable Anomaly, Paralysis. Paragons, you want life because it's your shield. Well, no.
Doesn't our friend ever
I'm
tire?
sorry, I'm used to the
I've hardly
old
seen a rest
meteor.
since we met.
Actually, you'd want
Why
resistance.
angels and demons fear the Nephilim, Lord.
And I guess there's nothing proportional. There's no deflection. Never mind. You would actually want armor above life, to be honest. Cooldown reduction, of course, and then attack speed is great. Area damage. This is all preference. This is all subject. This is all not so cut and dry. Here, you just want 50% movement speed, of course. I've got 12% on gear, so here's 13. And intelligence, vitality, whatever. You can just do whatever works. It's up to you. Whoop.
Excellent.
I have Gauntlets, Gesture of Orpheus, Solanium, Litany of the Undaunted, another of these. Let's see here. Speaking of follower. So this is a combo. Thunder Fury with this. Oculus Swing 83, this goes up to 85, of course. That legendary stat. That's a Johann. That's at max. Storm Shield, Chanting Favor, Inspire, and so forth. Okay, we've got some keystones. I am just being lazy about... I'm just dumping everything. I really don't care. Worry later about all this stuff. What else do we need to look at here? Lightning damage needs to be your max. This is just standard, and it's been this way for several seasons now. This is your Lightning Archon, because it works with paralysis, Mantled Hero, and such. And either Walker. That means your teleport doesn't have a cooldown. You want a better potion than this. I've really early in the season, so I don't have good potions. If you can get one with resistance or armor, that'd be better, I would think. So let's do... I did a 66. You tell me, you be the judge whether you can do a 70 with this, a Paragon 447. I think so. I think you can.
Brave the rifts.
So again... Okay, this is potentially problematic.
I'm injured.
I do not like seeing elites right at the start of a rift.
Not ready yet. Need more arcane power.
At least it wasn't an open map though.
I wish I could do that.
I haven't procced yet, so I didn't have to run away
Need more time.
necessarily. Still haven't procced.
Not ready yet. If only they could see me now. Still waiting.
See, 102 stacks.
I
Nope,
need arcane power.
not too good. So you can see it if the stacks are really helping you or not. Depends on enemies, whether it actually makes you viable or whether you just need to run away.
Fences are nothing.
Oh,
Need more time.
Oh, I thought I could cut that corner.
Your grave awaits.
You have to get my slow time on there.
Still waiting.
I can find a. Whoop.
I'm badly wounded. I don't have enough arcane power.
I'm using a Naga Hex. Sometimes I accidentally hit buttons I don't mean to hit, like my map button. I have proc, so let's try to be safe here.
Still waiting.
You can see why I would sacrifice damage for cooldown reduction. Very dicey. Can be when you're in cooldown. Moving around also reduces your damage
I need arcane power.
taken, so I should do that more.
So good. I astound myself.
Wow. Oops. I was trying to teleport through that, but I didn't have enough. Wasn't able to. Okay. Take some damage. That's bad timing.
Defenses are nothing.
I haven't talked about Chantodo stacks, but you can ideally get 20 stacks. You can get those between
Still waiting.
Archons, which increases the damage of your
Astound myself.
these pulses that you see. But I really don't care. That's the advantage of the Chantodo set, is you can build those waves to force. But I would rather just stay in Archon as much as possible. Oh, okay. Well, you know. No Countess Julia on this build.
I am unstoppable. Heal me.
What? Arcane is sometimes bad. Let's just be a wimp and just run away.
Still waiting.
Procs too. I procced while fleeing.
I'm just warming up.
I mean, you can use if you look at the leaderboards are still dominated by Telrasha channeling Meteor,
Health returns.
but I'm enjoying this.
Need more arcane power. Not ready yet. Your grave awaits.
I mean, the wizard leaderboards, that is, are dominated by Telrasha right now. So 153 stacks, as you can see.
Defenses are nothing.
Let's stack on top of that some more.
Need more time. No knowledge and
We're ready for the Rift Guardian. Some guy got Primal Blackguard.
have enough arcane power.
Awesome.
That's heal.
Okay, here we go. So here comes the Rift Guardian in about 2 seconds. Sealed Pylon, it's a joke. Not even gonna use the Zay's bonus. So there you have it. Overpowered build.
My name is Ashy.
There's a Korean player who uses this. I'll put a link to this profile, but I guess it's changing. Like I said, it's different on Diablo Progress and on Battle.net. I like Gogok from my Demon Hunter days. Again, probably people would say use Bane of the Stricken or whatever. But actually, single target's fine. Single target looks good. I guess if you're endowed, Bane of the Trapped is probably the best gem there. This Veer could be an upgrade. I don't even know.
Well fought.
Nicely done.
So 67 in 7 minutes, you be the judge whether I can do a 70. You can do 70 with 450 paragons.
Are you ready?
I would think so. Especially if you're more skilled than I am, which is likely. Okay, we've got Blackthorn. This is DMO. Okay, so this is not ancient. See, let's try. We can talk about priorities. Okay. This one I haven't done any rolling. There's other viewers' helms I've seen. You can't really get a Arcane Torrent's not really worth it. As you can see, you're not in Arcane Torrent so much. So I would just go with your Intelligence, Vitality, Armor, or All Resistance. Here, what is I going for? Possibly Armor could, possibly a little bit better for your toughness, but this is max roll on life, so. You want sockets, of course. Physical resistance would be good. Arcane resistance is nice, would be nice. Lightning. Cold seems less useful than lightning, even. Lightning, you see all those orbits and stuff. Fazula, you want best legendary stat you can get on this. You can't really get damage boost multiplying here. Or cooldown reduction on this item. This intelligence armor sounds good. Arcane resistance sounds good. What other choices do I have here at this spot? You can't really help damage this for this build. Movement speed is of course not ideal, especially if you got 800 paragons, because then you already can get it from all the movement speed you will need from paragons. I'm not rolling anything here. Arcane order, that doesn't really make sense. You could go for, I would probably get armor here in this case. You probably want intelligence and vitality. This is unfortunate, but I had to get a socket somewhere. I picked the least useful skill property here that could be replaced with socket. I needed the socket. Obviously, a better traveler's pledge can get you another 5. Can make it a lot better for you because you need damage. You can get damage. This doesn't really help with damage too much at all. Nemesis Bracers. Yep, it's fun to use Nemesis Bracers in this game. It's high risk, high reward, or higher increased risk but increased reward, especially if you're going for time, efficiency. Except when you're in a group and everyone's got Nemesis Bracers, then it's kind of excessive. Power things wouldn't really help you too much here. Ashtangars is what you use for your meteor builds these days. Okay, cooldown reduction is good here, but you can get this higher. This goes up to 8. This goes up to 8, so this is max. Again, these waves of destruction is what they're called, these pulses. And I'm not optimizing them because I'm not getting 20 stacks of these, Chantodos. So you could do 20. I was probably averaging about 2 or 3 stacks here of Chantodo stacks throughout this rift. So because the cooldown reduction is so much, so you can change it like however you want. If maybe you feel that maybe you want less cooldown reduction than I've got, then maybe you want 50 something, then you can get 20 you can build up to 20 stacks between your Archons. Just you're taking a little risk with the your Archon is doing will do more damage, but your other phase you'll have to survive longer. And Chantodo's Will has got max cooldown reduction here. This could go up to 8 as well. This could go. It's max. Thorns and damage is useless, of course. It's in this build. It's pretty dumb. This could go up to 8 if I wasn't lazy. I'd probably have to burn about 20 death spreads to get that to 8% though. I think there's a lot of properties. What else is there to say? You could use diamonds here. Because you could say, well, damage isn't really the problem, it's survivability between Archons. So if you want to put diamonds in instead of topazes, maybe that's better. You salvage this. I don't think there's really anything else I can say. You can pick up 11 paragons and 1 GR. That's it. Thanks for watching.